Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the best 83 KA2A 630 in true best fashion. Their part numbers are long, although this is relatively short, but thorough. When you dissect a best part number, you know exactly what you're going to get. This is the first time I've ever seen one of these Mortise to cylindrical adapter kits, so I'm quite excited to see the caliber and the quality of the item. If it's faithful and true of all things best related, it will be exceptional. And it is, absolutely. This is not your garden variety door reinforcing plate from your garden variety manufacturers, who are great. Love all those kinds of people, but this is special. And this is literally the first time I'm looking at this stuff. Okay, so the 83 KA2A this is 630 finish. Well, it's not magnetic. It's not ferrous, I should say. Very slightly magnetic, which is a telltale sign of stainless when it's been machined. I think passivated is the term to use when something has been stainless and then no longer has any magnetic properties to it. I'm really tempted to agree that this is all stainless steel. Very marginally magnetic, you can tell. So what we're going to get here is a couple of escutcheons. 3.5 by 8.5, 050 thickness. Okay, let's take some dimensions. And the fit and finish is exceptional. You know, like all things best, it's just really good quality fit and finish. Best locks are a staple of military installations in the United States. 3.5, yeah, I'd go with that. Overall height, 8.5, that's spot on. Got 4 nice countersunk holes. Let's test the thickness of the material. They say it's 50 thousandths. Wow, 0.052. I'm used to this material coming out really light, like 042 or 038, or, you know, funny things. This is 052. The point of the matter is that's going to add almost 1/8 of an inch to the thickness of your door, which shouldn't be a problem. This is used to take a door that's been prepped for a mortise lock and convert it into use for a 6K or an 8K series cylindrical lock. You're also going to get the edge adapter, which is here. This is literally an edge adapter. This is an 86 to 161 edge adapter. This is certainly going to be 8 inch tall. It's going to be 1.25 inches wide. It's a little light on that, as you can see. That wouldn't be unusual. This is certainly going to be a bit thinner than what you would need for an 86 edge. An 86 edge, I think, is going to have, don't quote me, but maybe a 9/32 of an inch deep preparation in the door. I'm expecting, this is 0.096, 0.096. I'm expecting this is going to sit a bit too far into the edge of the door. You might need to build that out on the back side a little bit to draw that out so the latch is truly flush with the edge of the door. I would expect that to have to be done. A depth of that preparation is 0.15 inch, which is, I think that's 5/32 is what you want for a latch. 0.15. That is going to have a couple of holes drilled in it. I'm used to that being drilled and tapped, but I can see in the screw package why it's not. Let's move on. You're going to get a really unusual strike plate. Where in the gospel would you use such a big strike plate? 8 inch. Okay, 1.25 inches. Where you're going to use this is when you have a pair of doors, is what you're going to do. Now there are companies that manufacture hollow metal filler and adapter plates and welding tabs, mounting tabs, things of that nature that will give you an 86 edge to a 4 7/8 strike conversion plate as well. Not sure if there's anyone that makes it in a color. They might. But what Best is saying to you here is, if you've got a pair of doors, that's going to be the strike, and it's going to fit that 8-inch edge prep in the edge of your door. If you have a hollow metal frame, however, you're going to need a strike plate for this. Because the strike plate that's in, if it's a single door, the strike plate that's in the frame now is not going to have the hole for your cylindrical lock latch. This is going to be right in the center, I guarantee it. It's going to be right at 4" to the center. Okay. A latch for a mortise lock is slightly lower, and they have to move that latch down to fit all the goodies up above, namely a deadbolt, in the space of a standard strike. So that's why it's got a 3/8 of an inch relocation of the center line. It's unlikely you're going to use this. This is such an unusual strike, I'd probably put it on my shelf, and maybe someday I'd end up using it. I think you're going to need a strike plate if you're going to a single door, or you're going to modify significantly the strike you have, because this will not be in the center of that plate, is the bottom line. It's going to be, well, it is. So the bottom line is, you're going to have a location of this. Yeah, that's going to be slightly off, because this is not being relocated. It's not being relocated because the mortise pocket height is adjusted to compensate for that latch bolt location. This is not. So these two plates are going to mate up really well together. There's no doubt their center lines are the same. But I'm expecting that the strike in your hollow metal frame is not necessarily going to play nice with this edge adapter. Let's see if the product brochure will yield. Let's look at the cut sheet first. Cut sheet, it's okay. That's all. Everything in the cut sheet is in the extended description. Let's look at the product brochure. I don't expect it will give us much new information at all. Okay, the adapter plates are going to be near the edge, the end of the product brochure. Indeed, they're going to be on page 8 of the document that's there. There's only one model available, and it's in the 630 finish. That's all there is to it. Normally, you're going to certainly have the center line of an 86 edge is not the center line of its latch, and none of that's the center line of a cylindrical lock prep. So I've given you all the dimensions. This is indeed in the center line. You're going to want to make sure before you order this all and go out to the job site that the top of the door to the center of your latch is going to be 1/8 of an inch less than the inside of the header to the center line of the hole for the strike. I would think you're going to need a 4 7/8 strike, which of course you can buy from Best. If you're doing a pair of doors, you don't really care because both of these pieces are mated to go together. They have their center lines exactly in the same location, so that really wouldn't matter. So be mindful of that. You've got a screw pack here. You have fasteners to get those plates on. What you're also going to have are a couple of nuts, and I imagine they're 832, and a couple of star washers. That's because you're going to take your latch bolt and you're going to through bolt it through this plate. Those nuts are going to go back on the back side. This is all going to go into the edge of the door. Then you bring your cylindrical lock. So that latch bolt's going to be actually screwed to this plate. There are no tapped holes inside of here, and that's just how they do it. Okay. I don't sell nearly enough Best. I wish I did, because I'm always very impressed with the fit and finish. This is just utility hardware is really all it is, but they really make it to look very nice, and it matters. You know, Best is a lock line that is not inexpensive at all, but they make up for that in the quality of their product, and I will also argue the absolute stellar quality in their technical support department. Every single time I contact them, I get the right answer. Or I get a professional, complete, thorough, proper answer, and it's appreciated. And in my opinion, they very likely are the they probably reside at the top of the pile in terms of my opinion of the caliber of not only the hardware itself, but everything that goes into it, the catalogs, the service manuals, and the people who support it. If you have any questions on the Best number 83 KA2A in a 630 finish, or any other, and if you need a strike for that, let us know. We'll get you set up with a Best strike for 4 7/8 strike. Any questions on this or any other Best product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.